All right, it's time for day 108. Get your worksheet and we'll get started. Capitalization's on your own.
Subscribe.
Capitalization is on your own. Check the answers at the end of the video. Punctuation, new thing today. If you follow along, it says use an ellipsis, that's the three dots, when part of an expression is missing. If it ends a declarative or imperative sentence, we also add a period. For example, we, the people of Hawaii, grateful for divine guidance, ... There's the ellipsis. One more dot. That's the period for the end of the sentence. All right, in our sentence, in the Northwest Ordinance of 1787, it is written, "The utmost good faith shall always be observed toward the Indians, and they shall never be invaded or disturbed." All right, so how do we want to punctuate this? All right, first of all, we have an introductory series of prepositional phrases in the Northwest Ordinance of 1787, comma. It is written. You have a choice here. You can go it is written colon or it is written comma. Both are correct. I went with comma, which you'll see in just a moment. It is written comma. All right, now you see that the word the is capitalized. So that should be kind of a flag in your brain that we need quotation marks here, because you don't just capitalize randomly in the middle of a sentence. There needs to be a reason. So there's going to be quotation marks right there. We're beginning a quote. The utmost good faith shall always be observed toward the Indians. ... There was more information there, but it wasn't necessary. So that part of it is missing. And then it picks up with, and they shall never be invaded or disturbed. That's a period. And then you have your quotation marks. So here's what it should look like. In the Northwest Ordinance of 1787, comma, it is written, comma, quotation marks. The utmost good faith shall always be observed towards the Indians, ... And they shall never be invaded or disturbed, period, end of quotation marks. Did I pull that down too quick? There you go. All right, next thing, review. Conjunctions. Commonly used subordinating conjunctions. You might want to highlight this if you missed it last time. Commonly used subordinating conjunctions include if, because, unless, before, after, and when. Example, after Rob works out, comma, he showers. All right, now I'm going to throw in a little punctuation information right here because I see this mistake when you guys are doing your essays. If you begin a sentence with a subordinating conjunction, there is a comma after it. So you see that here, after Rob works out, that's the subordinating conjunction. It's and then you have the comma. All right. If the subordinating conjunction and the subordinating clause occurs in the middle of the sentence, again, you put commas around it. But if it's at the end of the sentence, usually you don't need a comma. Okay. And you'll see that punctuation, what I just told you, follow through in these examples. So while you're looking for the subordinating clauses, also pay attention to how they're punctuating the sentences. So 3A, directions, circle any subordinate clause. Use that ointment unless you are allergic to it. All right, well, let's find the subordinating conjunction. Unless, what's the phrase? Unless you are allergic to it. So you're going to circle that. But you'll notice the clause came at the end of the sentence, and so there is no comma in this sentence, and that's correct. All right, B, because the car's brakes failed, it careened across the road. All right, let's look for the subordinating conjunction. I see it right away. Because is a subordinating conjunction. So what is the clause? Because the car's brakes failed. Where did that subordinating clause come? Came at the beginning of the sentence. And what do you see after it? A comma. All right. Next one, our plan, if you agree, is to go to lunch at 1 o'clock. Again, now let's look for the subordinate clause. We're looking for a subordinate conjunction to tip us off. We see the word if. That is the subordinating conjunction, so the clause would be if you agree. The subordinating clause is coming in the middle of the sentence, so what do you notice? There's a comma at the beginning and a comma at the end. All right, here are those subordinating clauses that should be circled. Moving right along, subject-verb agreement. Underline the subject once, underline the correct verb twice. First sentence, both Jonah and his sister believe or believes in leprechauns. All right, well, the subject is Jonah, sister, but in front of that is an important word, it's both. So if it's both of them, we know that it would be believe. Both believe. So Jonah and his sister believe. That's the right. That's the right answer. Okay. Jonah, sister, underlined once. The verb is underlined twice. One of the puppies has a short, wagging tail. All right. So to figure out for sure here what the subject of the sentence is, you might want to get rid of the prepositional phrase. So what is the prepositional phrase in this sentence that might get in the way of figuring out the subject and the verb? Of the puppies. So cross that out. And you're left with one. Would you say one have a wagging tail or one has a wagging tail? Correct answer is has, so you underline has twice. Now we have for C, neither the polo students nor their instructor, should it be want or wants to play in the rain. When you have a situation like this, you take the noun that is closest to the verb, and that's the one that should agree with the verb. So the subject would be students and instructor. The noun that is closest to the verb is instructor. So do we say the instructor want to play or the instructor wants to play? The correct answer is wants. Okay, so let's double check those here. See if what I wrote matches with what I said. Those are the correct answers. All right, now for your bonus point. One of these sentences contains a transitive verb. Which sentence is it? If you remember from yesterday, a transitive verb is a verb that takes a direct object. So you need to figure out which one of these sentences has a direct object. If it has a direct object, then the verb is transitive. So indicate which one of these sentences has a transitive verb. Maybe put a star next to it, or better yet, write TV next to the letter of the sentence with a transitive verb. Okay, next you have sentence combining. There's only 2 sentences to combine. Piece of cake. You guys should have that down quite easily. And now we will review the correct answers for capitalization. You have done this on your own. You're just doing a double check here, right? Right. Okay, the Mescalero Apache Indian tribe of Texas near New Mexico creates beautiful rugs. All right, if yours didn't look like that, make it look like that before you hand it in. All right, good job, guys. God bless you.